break running downhill, Grant. These two teams have been on a roll lately.
But you know, B.A., tonight only one team can keep that roll going. We'll see who can impose their will on this game and maintain their momentum.
And here's Memphis's starting group. They've got Rudy Gobert, George out there with Holmgren. Then it's Ben Simmons. Shot clock at 5. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Drains the triple.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. Unsurprisingly, the conversation turned to Rudy Gobert. Let's be honest, he's scary, Coach said about the 7-footer. He hinted their strategy might involve trying to, quote, lure Rudy out of the paint so he's not there to slap away our layups. Maybe some tricky play here to try and push Gobert out of his comfort zone. Back over to you.
And Allie, thank you for that.
You got to give Gobert credit. He's really worked on his passing. Nice job getting it out there.
Pass to Embiid. The Grizzlies pull it in. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And they came away with the win last time in large part due to their depth. Great game from their bench.
And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at them. They're making some bold moves there along the way.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Memphis has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Picked by Gobert. George passes to Gobert. Embiid with a steal. Here's Gray. He's covered by Holmgren. Pass to Bailey. Now White. 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Embiid. Again, the miss by Dallas.
3 misses in a row. Still looking for their first bucket.
George against White. They double team George. Here's Simmons. Fires from deep. And it's hauled in by Gray.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Embiid, a screen on Simmons. And stolen by Gobert. And it's Simmons slamming it home.
And credit Gobert, igniting that break with his active hands defensively.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Mavericks trail by 9. Here's Bailey. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. White for 3. Nails it from 3.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to Holmgren. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. The Grizzlies, second.
Well, over these last few games, they've been putting excellent pressure on the ball handlers and then turning those forced errors into easy points.
Pass to Gray. Now here's White. 6 to shoot. And here's Embiid. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. There's 1:59 left in the opening quarter. Stan, Rudy Gobert, he can be a double-double machine, but his real importance is on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's been named Defensive Player of the Year 4 times, which is tied for the most in NBA history, BA. And he's been the anchor of multiple top-ranked defenses throughout his career.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. A moment here to see the numbers for Paul George. Here's Gray. George defending. Embiid, a screen on George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Embiid can't hit.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Pass to Gray. Oh, George with a steal. There's the drive and the jam by George.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Here's Gray. He had 22 in the win against Sacramento.
Yeah, and I thought he was locked in defensively. I think he had like 3 steals on the night.
Still hasn't gotten on the board this quarter. He may be pressing a little, trying to get them out of this hole.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. A shot to stop the run. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, that's what White's out there to do. Share the ball and make everybody better.
Pass to Simmons. 4 seconds left. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 14. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
On the court for the Grizzlies, Lauri Markkanen out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Cunningham. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jared Allen has an inquisitive nature. Whether it's cooking, gardening, reading, or basketball, he's a sponge. Allen said, quote, "I love going through life, seeing things and learning about it no matter what it is. It's just trying to improve my skill set in anything and enjoy it." Back to you, BA.
He's got that curiosity. Allie, appreciate the report. Memphis making a switch here. George is checked in. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at Dallas. If the playoffs started today, they'd go in as the 7 seed. And, of course, Memphis, they're just one rung below them.
Right now for the Grizzlies, I really think they've been hit and miss thus far. I mean, they are a playoff level team, but are they championship level? Probably not.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
For Lauri Markkanen, a really talented scorer, Stan. How do you think he's fared with more responsibility?
B.A., I think he's done very well. He's a prototypical stretch four who scores at an efficient rate, and with his elevated role, he's just grown in his confidence.
That's good for Markkanen. And when a team is able to play different ways with lineup versatility, how valuable is that to you as a coach?
Well, look, B.A., the best teams simply have to be able to win in different ways. They've got to be able to win with their offense, win with their defense. They've got to be able to win in an up-tempo game. They've got to be able to win in a grinded-out half-court game. If you've only got one way you can win, the best opponents will be able to take that away. Versatility is a must.
Now here's Cunningham. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. 5 on the clock. Perfection with the jumper from the elbow. Cunningham's got his first 2 points.
Well, that's where Cunningham does his best work, from the free throw line down.
To the inside. And for the past 10 games, here are the small forwards leading the position in field goal percentage. 5th best, Paul George.
And this group does a great job of staying in attack mode. I mean, you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of shooting percentage.
Yeah, as a wing, it can be hard to hit your shots at a high rate. I applaud this group for playing smart basketball.
The first one falls. Good on both. Memphis leading by 15. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter, and it's Cunningham missing.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Pass to Gray. George with a steal. Here's Powell. He's guarded by Hero. And here's Cunningham outside, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Wow, Cunningham dialing it up from three-point range.
Here's Halliburton. Inside, here's Filipowski, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Talk about timing. That lead pass was right on cue.
For Memphis, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Powell outside. Cunningham left side. Shoots over Hero, and there's Cunningham on the assist from Powell. Cunningham's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Gobert's checked in for Memphis. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Gray. To the paint. Here's Filipowski, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second one.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Cuts off the pass. Here's Gray. George defending. Halliburton looking for an opening. Down low. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
All right, time for an injury report.
Well, the head athletic trainer for Memphis provided some information for us. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. And from the sound of it, nothing to play with, but guys, nevertheless, seems like he's planning to give it a go. Back to you.
Thanks, Allie. Appreciate the update.
Yeah, we put so much effort into injury prevention in the NBA, but injuries are still going to happen. That's just the unfortunate part of the game.
George passes to Powell. Cunningham on the wing. He's guarded by Hero. Lets the three fly, and the rebound goes to Dallas. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebounding. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Embiid, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Toppin comes in for Filipowski. Bailey's checked in for Gray. And Derek White subbed in for Tyler Hero. A minute 37 left to play in the first half of basketball. Embiid, a screen on Cunningham. White, the pass to Embiid. George, left side. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Gobert with a screen on White. To the middle. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
With his giant frame, Gobert sets a good screen and then just pivots into open position.
Pass to Halliburton. Yes! Tough points from Tyrese.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Powell outside. Back to Cunningham. To the inside. Gobert finds Powell. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. And it's Holmgren missing. Mavericks trail by 14. Pass to White. Inside. Here's Halliburton. And it's Halliburton. Gets it to go inside.
And I appreciate how confident Halliburton is. For a guard, he handles himself well and deep.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Halliburton against Powell. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. No luck on that one. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Memphis. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break.
Okay, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Good evening, everyone.
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies, they're a middle-of-the-pack team. Sure, they'll get some wins, but I don't know how much more beyond that.
Seems like they're missing a key piece or two. Maybe one of their younger guys will step up down the stretch.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Dallas Mavericks.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your opponent's fire.
You like gasoline on a flame, I'd say. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been quite a game for Kyle Filipowski.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Mavericks trail by 12. Derek White out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Kyle Filipowski. And it's Gray in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And the foul called on Paul George. That's foul number 2 for him.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Outside White. Embiid, a screen on Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. White, the pass to Embiid. Over Gobert.
Yeah, that's the kind of defensive effort we've come to expect from Gobert.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Pass to George. Wing shot on the way. The rebound by Filipowski. Mavericks trail by 12. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Back to you.
Well, I have it. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
Well, we've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Let's bring up the rookie leaderboard now to see which point guards made an impact on the boards this past month. Ben Simmons, number 1.
And that list tells it all. No other point guard this season can rebound like he can. He has a gift for getting to the right place at the right time.
Well, it really speaks to his talent for reading the floor and predicting the angles out there.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. George finds Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. On target from range. Simmons has got 10.
Quick shooting from Simmons. Nice setup by his team on that catch and shoot.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. White, the pass to Embiid, to the paint. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Screen by Embiid. There's the triple. It's rebounded by George.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
Simmons finds George. Picked by Gobert. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's White. He's got 6. Embiid, a screen on Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Sometimes you just know it's coming. White couldn't wait to let that one fly. Respond to the 3 on the other end.
George's shot is off.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
First free throw is good. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Allen, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Bailey comes in for Halliburton. And it's Hero in for White. Powell for 3. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist.
3 points.
Simmons has got 3 assists now in this one.
So much confidence from Powell. Shot ready off the pass.
Now here's Hero. Still without a bucket. Some solid defense from Markkanen.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
It's Powell on the wing. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. And it's Simmons missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
There's a minute 59 left in the third. Powell, it's good. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
Over the course of the last month, here are the NBA's best free throw shooting teams. In the third spot, the Grizzlies.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you foul them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Pass to Hero. To the middle. Here's Filipowski. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Filipowski's got 12.
Hero keeping the defense guessing.
Simmons looking around. 1:21 left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Puts one up from 19. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Allen's got 4 rebounds in the game. Simmons against Hero. Down low. Gray, good.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
52 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Back to Simmons. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Bailey, the pass to Hero. Now here's Filipowski. Started by Markkanen.
Nice pass by Hero. He is a highly skilled player.
And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Indiana, where they'll face the Pacers. It's the second game of 3 on the road. It's Markkanen on the wing. Oh, Markkanen drills the 3.
Just a great setup for Markkanen. All he needed to do was shoot in rhythm.
Here's Gray. Powell covers. From the line. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Grizzlies out in front, up by 12. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court for Memphis, we've got Ben Simmons, Chet Holmgren out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Paul George. Here's Gray. Halliburton outside. Pass to Gray. Outside White. Off target from outside. Memphis leading by 12. George outside. Inside. Here's Simmons. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
You love seeing games like this from Simmons, looking absolutely dominant and in control offensively.
3-pointer, Halliburton. The rebound by Ben Simmons. We played just over a minute here in the 4th. Pass to George. Gobert, no good.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
It's George on the wing, covered by Filipowski. Let's go with a 3. Pure from 3-point range. And the Grizzlies lead by 17.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
And timeout is called by Tuomas Isillo. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message that the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. George passes to Simmons. To the inside. Here's Gobert. Yes, and that's Simmons with the assist. Simmons has got his 5th assist in this one. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And here's Halliburton. White for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's George. And there's Memphis with another bucket.
And that's the versatility of George. He does it from long range, mid-range, and at the rim.
Halliburton outside. Back to White. Pass to Filipowski. Now here's White. Shot clock at 6. And the three off target. Grizzlies lead by 19. Outside Simmons. Now Gobert. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Here's George. And there's Memphis with another bucket.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Let's take a moment to check out our player of the game.
And you have to give him credit. I mean, his shooting is really what put them over the top. I mean, his percentage from the field was just rock solid. I mean, just reliable, consistent, steady. Man, he gave them a safety net on every possession out there.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. Mavericks trail by 21. Pass to Filipowski. Back to White. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Filipowski. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Embiid. Holmgren with the block.
Yeah, premier shot blocker. Holmgren may be slight of frame, but he's never running from the fray.
Nice shot by Simmons.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Grizzlies.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this will give them win number 32 on the year so far.
And they've now won themselves a 2-1 advantage in this season series. We'll see if it's the same story when these two meet one last time.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Ben Simmons.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
Holmgren finds Simmons. Gobert against Embiid. Gobert passes to Simmons. Goes up on the wing. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now Halliburton. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Paul, this team seems to be rounding into shape. What is your sense of the chemistry right now?
Really good, real.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.